New York is a massive city and is known all across the world. And it's known for its iconic buildings like the Woolworth Building, the Flatiron Building, and the Rockefeller Center. In this video, I'm going to recreate some of the most known buildings from New York into my hardcore world. With so much free time on my hand, this is how I built them.
This area is just filled with trees and mountains, and we don't want that. We don't want nature. We don't want animals to thrive and live. We don't want habitats to be alive. And the first thing I need to do is place a beacon right splat in the middle of this forest, so this can make this process way faster. All right, now that we have cleared the area with trees, it's time to make this fully flat. Oh my, it's gonna be a pain in that. But before we start, I want to just show you the aftermath of all the stuff that I got from deforesting a giant forest. You get a lot of bushes, wood, and a lot of shears, bro. All right, now let's make this area flat now. All right, now that we've cleared so much area, I started this video at. Now what I want to do now is flatten out this area and flatten out the other areas over there, the back. Because if you fly over here, dude, there is so many holes that lead to caves and ravines. Like, holy, I gotta cover this up. You walk over here. Holy, I gotta cover this up. Holy smokes, man. It's the time lapse. All right. After about at least 6 hours of terraforming and destroying so many blocks, as you guys know, this is what it looked like before and this is what it looked like now. Big difference. All right, so the first thing that we need to do when building is have a blueprint and lay out where I want the buildings to be. Everybody knows that the best building block to set out a blueprint for a build is to use, you know, colored terracotta. What? Some people use like lime bright terracotta, bright baby blue terracotta, you know, bright red concrete, you know. No. What the frick am I saying terracotta? I mean concrete. Yeah. So let's get to it.
Back to it.
So the key items you need for concrete is sand and gravel, which I got a lot of. But the most important key factor in making a concrete is dye, which I don't have. To make lime green dye, you need cactus. For red dye, you need roses. For pink dye, you need some type of rare, ugly looking flower. And for blue concrete, I'm going to use lapis because I'm lazy as hell and I have way too much of it.
All right, so the first building that I want to build now that I have the concrete, I have so much leaf litter, bro. What the hell? All right, so the first thing I want to do now that I have the concrete is to make this building from New York called the Flatiron Building. I thought it was Flatiron. I guess it's a really popular kind of building. It's like curved, like it's like, so what I'm gonna have to do is probably, I want to make it in the corner. I don't want to make it too big either. I don't want it to take up everything. I sort of have to like make it like roundish.
A few moments later.
Wait. My building is like horizontally parallel, like they're equally, it's like a equal space. Bro, why are you following me, bro?
My girl look identical to Albert Einstein.
All right, we now have the blueprint for the Flatiron Building. I keep wanting to say Flagstron. This took actually like off camera. I literally hit stop recording because I genuinely didn't know how to connect this long straight line of blocks to connect this little line straight of blocks. So the next building is the Woolworth Building. Now this building sort of looks like a kingdom, like a huge cathedral castle. It really looks like a llama. I don't know why it looks like a Fortnite llama, but yeah, we'll be making the blueprint. I want to make this blueprint green. I want to make it lime green. I don't know why. Lime green sounds pretty fun. All right, let's get to it. After holy 4 hours, I started recreating and building the blueprint at 11 a.m. It's 4 p.m. now. How many hours is that? 5 hours? Dude, I need an actual fucking job. Now all we need to do is get all the materials, get all the blocks that we need, and yeah, we'll just get to building. After multiple hours of building and placing blocks, I am done with the first building. That is the I forgot.
After a day of building, I decided I wanted to add something that made the city more immersive and felt like an actual real life town. So I built a firehouse. And I built a water fountain that I tried my best making, okay? I'm not too good at making builds with water. It's like a build where if you look too long at it, it's gonna just start looking uglier and uglier. Anyways, the next build we have is the Dakota building. And after spending many hours on it, this is the result.
Alright, after spending countless hours building this building, I did not do anything for the inside because, like, I don't know, I'm not doing the interior of the buildings. I'm just doing like the buildings themselves, to be honest. But this is what the outside looked like. It looked really flat and really ugly at first, but I had to think of better ways to make it look not so flat. And is that an open pocket? The next build we're gonna do is the Woolworth building, which has some type of blue blocks on the top right here, as you can see right here, and I want to use those blocks to use prism blocks like from ocean monuments and stuff. We're gonna have to actually find an ocean monument.
So to prepare for this ocean monument block hunting, I had to make water breathing potions that I needed to hunt puffer fishes for so I could breathe underwater and not worry about drowning.
Oh my goodness, I'm about to die. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness, but I'm so slow. I got a wet sponge. Every time I drink a milk, my water breathing shit goes away. Phew. That was my first time I've ever raided a single ocean monument, and I've gotten wet sponge. Wet one sponge. How do you even use this? Can you duplicate this? Alright, I got as much prismarine as I could, okay? I got as much as I could, so hopefully this is enough to build with for the Woolworth shit. But I really do like the sea lanterns. I used all the sea lantern that I could use for this water fountain. I think there's more sea lanterns in my chests though. Now I know this is certain that this is not enough blocks to create this build, but you know what? Sometimes in life you gotta deal with the lemons you're dealt with, or however that saying goes. All right, after a couple of days of building, I'm kind of excited to show you guys what the Woolworth building looks like in 3, 2, 1.
What is that?
Okay, I know it's not completely accurate, but it sort of gives that vibe. Like, it sort of kind of looks like it, you know what I mean? It sort of looks like a massive like law firm for some reason, like a massive law firm building. I don't know why. But while we're at it, this is what the roof looks like. The complete peak of the building looks like this. Just sea lanterns. This is what the top view looks like.
Excuse me, what the actual
we climb all the way down, and these are 2 airways that lead to the ground to your death. But I'm going to put elevators there, soul sand with, you know, magma blocks, you know, all that good stuff. So we go down here and we land with our ankles broken to this interior inside. Now I know I said I'm not doing anything for the buildings, like the inside of the buildings, but I sort of wanted to give like a tree in the middle of a huge building, of a corporate building, you know what I mean? And I genuinely don't know what's inside the Woolworth building, so if this is accurate, comment down below if I am accurate. Nope. But I don't know how to get on the second floor. Hold on, let me get on the second floor. If we get on the second floor, we are met with a tree and just a lot of empty space. I don't know what to do up here. I genuinely am not going to do anything up here, but it just looks nice. And right here in the entrance, I sort of got inspiration from like a hotel entrance, you know, like just look up any city hotels, and I don't know why they just have this like weird roof entrance to them. I sort of took inspiration from that with the sea lanterns on the roof so it can give light, and then you walk in and you book your appointment for your hotel number. Now the 5th building we have is the Edge. Now the Edge sort of gives like a weird optical illusion, you know, broken through city kind of thing going on. I don't know what kind of building that is, but supposedly it's a really high building, so we're gonna have to get a lot of blocks, and it sort of has like a glass see-through blue type of feeling, so we're gonna have to use a lot of glass. Whoa, hey buddy, I already got visitors.
I have no idea why, but the next few footage you're about to see didn't record my microphone, so I'll just explain what I did after building the edge. I built a filler building just to not leave it empty, and you might be wondering,
why couldn't you just build another iconic building?
that is a great question, and I can answer that. I have this village breeder that I used to have to multiply my villagers, and since it's so small compared to all these other buildings, why not build a bigger village breeder? Why not build a bigger one, have busted trades, and stock up on emeralds and be rich and be greedy? But after building the edge, villager tower, and the Rockefeller Center, this is what we got.
Alright, after 2 days of building this building, the Rockefeller Center, I am now completed with making New York City buildings in my hardcore world. Now let's just go back and review all the buildings we've built as of now. First one is a normal, not a New York building, but a firehouse that I wanted to, add some more detail to. We go up this trail and we have the flat iron building at the beginning of the video. I called it Fletcher. I have no idea why. You walk over here and this is the Woolworth building. You come inside, there's a huge massive tree going all the way up. You're gonna want to come over here, and here is the Dakota building, just full of windows and 2 stories because I don't know what to put inside. And you walk all the way over here and we are at the edge building, where it sort of has like an illusion at the roof. And this, I'm gonna be real, this isn't a building from New York, but I wanted to add this building for a later video that I will make a video out of. And that, last but not least, this is the Rockefeller Center. I tried my best with the room I had, and the amount of terraforming I did is honestly disgusting. I could have put all this time and effort into something more better than Minecraft. No, but in all seriousness, I really did have a good time building this with background music, with a lot of just videos that I like watching, and just building things I like in Minecraft. And while building this, I'm knocking on 1,000 days in hardcore. If you guys want a world tour of my entire world, let me know down in the comments. I would gladly give you guys a huge tour of my 1,000-day world. But for now, hope you guys enjoyed this video of recreating New York buildings into my hardcore world. If you're enjoying what you're seeing and you want to see more of this, be sure to subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next, and that is it for today. See you in the next video.